State versus Ebrahim. Ebrahim, a South African citizen, was a member of the military wing of the African National Congress. He had previously been convicted of sabotage, for which he had served 15 years in prison. He was released in 1979, but his movements were restricted by executive order. In 1980, he fled to neighboring Swaziland in violation of the order. In 1986, Ebrahim was abducted from his home in Swaziland agents of the South African government, who took him across the border into South Africa. There, other men, believed to be South African security police, questioned him about ANC activities. He was then turned over to the South African police and formally placed under arrest. Ebrahim argued that his abduction and rendition violated international law, and that the trial court was thus incompetent to try him because international law was a part of South African law. The issue here is whether or not the trial court has jurisdiction to try a person brought before it from another state by means of state-sponsored abduction. Invoking Roman Dutch common law, the court concluded that it lacked jurisdiction to try a person brought before it from another state by means of state-sponsored abduction. These common law rules embodies fundamental legal principles, including the preservation and promotion of human rights, friendly international relations, and the sound administration of justice. The court continued. The individual must be protected from unlawful arrest and abduction. Jurisdictional boundaries must not be exceeded. International legal sovereignty must be respected. The legal process must be fair towards those affected by it, and the misuse thereof must be avoided in order to protect and promote the dignity and sovereignty of the judicial system. This applies equally to the state. When the state is itself party to a dispute, as for example in criminal cases, it must come to court with clean hands, as it were. When the state itself involved in an abduction across international borders, as in the instant case, its hands cannot be said to be clean. The court also noted that the abduction was a violation of the applicable rules of international law, that these rules are part of South African law, and that the violation of these rules dep- deprive the International Court competence to hear the matter. In a subsequent civil proceeding, Ebrahim was awarded compensation for the kidnapping.